Welcome to Tiny Rails, the fun little train-based game where you run your train, which this is mine as it currently configured, around the world, picking up cargo and passengers, selling the cargo and dropping off the passengers, completing various quests, and generally having a nice casual relaxing time with the train. Now last time around I was in Canada East. It's the map is split into segments with special names, and this Canada East covers the eastern side of Canada, strangely enough. And between then and now, as I said I was going to do at the end of that episode, I've done a few circuits of the USA East to try and satisfy some of their cargo demands and just to generally play around with cargo and various other things. And now I'm going back to finish up Canada East. And there have been, because of I did about 3 circuits of USA East. But because of all the circuits I did, I'm now going back in Canada East in London, Ontario. My train is currently empty of cargo. I've dumped it all at my depot. So, if I'd known they'd been demanding pizza, I might have actually brought some with me. I will just buy the stuff that is in this depot, all of it, and depart onwards to Toronto. Because according to my checklist, I still have 31 bits of cargo to buy and about 400 miles, 500 miles to go before I complete this area. However, because I did 3 circuits of USA East, just show the map. Canada East is this whole area up here. USA East is this area here, green. So I bought a load, or I upgraded a load of stations I bought, or bought some new stations. But as part of that, I just collect a bit of money. Some of my carriages, or cars, have leveled up. So this one is ready to level up to level 2 at the cost of almost 3,500. So that is that car now leveled up as I arrive in Toronto, which apparently wants microchips, which I have none of, so I'll just buy everything it has, because that helps me with the buy cargo task in Canada East Cargo. So now all I have to do is about 400 miles and I will have completed this area, and we will immediately depart. I don't know where for. Oh, well, apparently I have unlocked something. Okay, why did the map move? Do that. I have no idea, but I'm sure I'll figure that out. Let me go back to zooming back in. Where am I? In Canada East. How far away is that? Because next I'm going to want to go to Alaska. So I might as well go up to Ottawa and quite possibly come back down again. That's as good a place to go as any, as that's probably a few hundred miles away. 330 to be precise. And I also have this car to upgrade for the cost of 975, which is a lot cheaper than 3,500. So that is now my frozen desserts car upgraded. And, oh, I completed a job as well. Got some more money, completing a job. Go get myself another job. I'm not going to USA East, so I don't want the job that says deal with passengers in USA East. I don't want any of those jobs. I will accept that one. Guessing I have an obstruction. Right, so back here are a load more cars that can be upgraded. The double-decker car, which currently carries 14 passengers, is now upgraded to level 2. It now carries 18 passengers. Skyview car, which currently carries 7 passengers. Can be upgraded for 375. And it gives me a view. Okay, it might have upgraded some of the entertainment. I'm not entirely sure exactly what it upgraded. I have the WAP 4 car, which currently carries 11 passengers and costs almost 11,000 to upgrade. I can now carry another 5 passengers as I head further back down my train. I think I've lost a car. I used to have a second one of those. I must have, when I was messing around slightly with the train configuration. And I have a coal car ready to upgrade to its maximum level. Currently carries 14 cargo, and at a cost of 750, it will now carry 18 cargo. If I just check my train out, I can put another car on, which is one of those. I've somehow managed to remove one of those cars. Which means my cargo capacity is currently at 140. I will reconfigure my train at some point. Oh, I've reached Ottawa. And what the heck? I will just buy it all. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to go back this way. Actually, I'll probably go back to there, to Toronto, because that should take me far enough into Canada East to... I've completed the task by cargo, and I've only got to do another 11 miles, which I will certainly do on the way to Toronto. In fact, I've just done them. So I've completed the Canada East checklist. And if I collect this, I'll get 45,000, a new factory, access to a new depot, access to a new port, and I'll have unlocked Alaska. Oh, and a train. What's this guy? Grandpa, while we've been working on expanding our network in North America, I reconnected with an old friend. Abraham captains freighter ships and could help us explore new areas. Yeah, my vessels sail far and wide. They've seen many sights and I'll help you do the same. Visit me ports and I'll be able to show you current places you can travel. I won't do it for free, mind you, so bring your gold. The further away your destination, the higher the price. We'll be sure to stop by and arrange a trip, Abraham. Thank you. So now I've unlocked the USA West port. And I have a quest available to make a stop at Fairbanks. I assume that's Alaska. And I can complete 100% of the North American region. And I can collect a job I completed. I'm not going to the USA South, so I'll just accept that job. Also, whilst doing my circuits of USA East, I completed a load of jobs. Well, I've got quite a bit of money, which will allow me to, or may have given my people, Lance, Sophia and or Hank, some experience, possibly enough to upgrade them. However, okay, there's nothing left to buy in Toronto because I bought it all. So now, because I want to go to Alaska, I need to head in this general direction. And I might have some of the resources required for that factory. I'm not sure, but I will tell it to travel a long way to Winnipeg. My wonderful little train, which will give me some time to investigate my people. Lance is now ready to upgrade, but to upgrade him this time it's going to cost me 25,000. I've got the money, so I'll do it. At this pace I should start my own pencil company. now increases the passenger fares by 2%, and he's got 16 experience out of the 60 he needs for the next level. Sophia has not got anywhere near the experience she needs for the next level, and Hank doesn't have the experience he needs for level 1 yet. So apparently I did a good job with Lance whilst going around USA East, not so much with the rest. I've got 1,000 miles to go to Winnipeg. Complete another job. Which is a little more experience for Sophia. She's got a way to go. Except for that job. Okay, I've apparently got space for more jobs. I must have completed some and not replaced them. Okay, that's me with 10 out of 10 jobs in place. I need to clean the train. And repair it. Okay, that car's got they've got a long ways to go. These two cars are both at max level. That one's got a long way to go. That one's at max level. That's got it. These two have got a very long way to go because they've just been upgraded. This one's got a long way to go. I put the Ladybug car on my train at some point because I could. And everything else has got a heck of a long way to go to be upgraded. But at least I've now completed all the upgrades I had in that area. Now my choices are, if I go to the map, there's my USA East depot. There's a depot up in Canada which I'm probably not going to ever use. I'm going up to Alaska, which is all the way up here at Fairbanks. That's apparently where I want to go. But I find the USA East or USA West. There's a depot down here which will cost me 210,000 to buy. However, it is useful to use this depot because access to it gives you access, a great deal of local access to the stations around it, so I can then collect resources over in the east and use them over in the west by putting them in the depot. So I may save a lot of my money so I can get that depot easier. Give the train a burst of speed up to 210 miles an hour I can go and reach. It really doesn't matter which train I'm going to use because once I'm in Alaska, none of my trains will give me extra bonuses in Alaska. So I'm perfectly fine with this one for now. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but never mind. Doesn't hurt. And I kind of like steam trains because I can mess around with the smoke. Eee. Oh, a plane flying overhead. It's this plane that drops stuff via parachute. If you click the parachuted stuff that came out of the plane, it actually adds a couple of bits to your cargo. Now, in theory, I could add another car to my train, or I could improve the speed, or improve the max cargo, or whatever I felt like, really. I have the money to do it. To be honest, if I'm going to do anything, I'm probably the max weight is probably going to be the next one that I need to do. Complete another job. I really need jobs that are going to make me money. Like that one, travelling 1,553 miles. Something on the track. Some more stuff. Getting closer to Winnipeg. Go back to the map. What does this factory actually need? Everything. wood, steel, iron, copper and parkers. As I'm currently carrying, out of that lot is steel. So it wouldn't hurt for me to drop off the steel there. Create some more space on my train. So I will set that as my waypoint. Curious Winnipeg. Doesn't have anything the factory actually needs. And I've already done that one. Done the cargo or the resource request. So, but it does have cows and hockey sticks. Hockey sticks you can either find somewhere in Europe or you can find in Canada. So I tend to pick them up when I get the chance, because there are demands for hockey sticks in various places. As we travel through the night towards good old Winnipeg. 100 miles to go. Let's have another burst of speed. Okay, here's Winnipeg. Okay, I'm not sure why the background is going funny colours. Nothing here I particularly want, so I'll just pick up the carrots because they're cheap and straight on depart to Yorkton, which is only a couple of 100 miles down the road. Feel the need for speed. Oh, the need for cleaning as well, apparently. So, my speed of 181 miles an hour. Just thinking, oh, that one is max leveled. I may want to change out some of my passenger cars. What have I got available? I've got a level 1 gold steam car. Another one of those. Oh, I've got a steampunk car. Let's replace my WAP4 with a steampunk car. I'm definitely getting close to the limit of my weight capabilities. I'll complete another job. Another bit of experience for Lance. Completed one job for Lance, we'll give him another one. I'll buy the hockey sticks and move on. It should take me to the Canada Centre factory, and coming out of Canada Centre I want to go that way. Yes, that's the depot. That's Alaska over there. You want hockey sticks, so I'll probably come out of this factory, go through this factory, then up to Alaska. Burst of speed to get me to the factory. the steel, or some of it. Now set my next waypoint is the Canada West factory. As we're on our way back to Saskatoon. If you've ever heard of a British comedian, radio comedian called John Finnemore, it's well worth listening to John Finnemore's souvenir programme, and one of the stories he tells in it is based around Saskatoon. Just a wonderful name. One of those names which is unique and sounds amusing whenever you say it. Okay, well, I'll probably continue this episode until I get to the Canada West factory. See what the market has. It's got pumpkins at a relatively cheap price, but more than that, it's got hockey sticks. Oh, this place wants fish, or salmon, so it can have my salmon. In which case I'll take its pumpkins. In fact, what the hey, I'll take it all. And straight out of Saskatoon we go. As is my norm, each episode, even though it's starting to get expensive, I will see if I can get a new car out of the gumball machine. No, I already have a ladybug car. So that's a duplicate one I've got. So that's the rare roll. So the standard roll. And we'll see if I can get a new one out of that. The bullet passenger car. Nope, I've already got one of those too. Not my lucky day. So I've got 300 miles to go to Calgary. Makes that 260 miles. One nice thing, well, one of the nice things about this game when I'm playing it and not recording it is I can happily sit here and read a book while it's doing these long trips, or I can go make myself a drink or watch a TV show or do all sorts of weird and wonderful things in my life, because it will get to a train station and stop and doesn't require any immediate action. You can leave it sat there for as long as you feel like, although it does of course take some of your money away while it's doing that because of these services I have turned on. But it's kind of nice to play in the background, this game. Sometimes you want to concentrate on it, sometimes you can just let it play in the background. Or of course you can tell it not to have a specific destination and turn the game off and come back and wonder where your train actually ends up. All are perfectly valid ways of playing. But the nice trek across the whole width of North America is at least doing wonders for my mileage and my experience for my cars. Okay, so what have we got? Oil's quite cheap. I don't have any fireworks to give. And lumber is cheap. I don't need that for quite some time. It's useful for building train stations where train stations need to be built. Okay. Calgary Tower. Another photograph. We make our way to Banff. One of those little quirks in life. There are some people that have two F's at the beginning of their name, or the beginning of their surname. Excuse me. And it's one of those things where people think it denotes some kind of poshness or upper classness. where it actually means that the person who did it originally was, put it in the nicest possible terms, an idiot. It's something, because of the way things are written in church registry. Oh, I'm going to go to Alaska, so I'll take the job to serve 10 people in Alaska. There's normally, when the church warden wrote the name in the registry books, they started with a big F, a big capital F, then actually wrote the name next to it. And people thought it somehow designated some kind of upper class connection, where it had nothing to do with that whatsoever. So you see people with two F's at the beginning of their name now, and you can look at them and realise that one of their ancestors was an idiot. They thought they were making themselves into someone of higher station by doing that, and no, they weren't. They were just demonstrating their ignorance. Okay, well, lumber's cheap, wood's cheap, and I'm going to a place that needs wood. And they want my oil, so I'll give them my oil. I'll sell the pumpkins. Wood's not cheap, but I want it anyway. And lumber. I'll sell the conveyor belts right now, because I'm not going to need them anytime soon. And I'll buy most of the lumber, as I'm about to get rid of a load of stuff at the Canada West factory. Looks like it's time for a clean and repair. I have been to the gumball machine and got a couple of new cars. I'm on my way to this factory. Now, where do I want to go afterwards? Somewhere up here. So I probably want to go... So we'll go to good old Juneau. There's the place we aim to go after we come out of the factory, but that'll be in the next episode. Once I get to the factory, dump the stuff in the factory that I can, and leave, that's where I'm going to end this episode. And next time around, I should make it into Alaska. Okay, there's the hockey sticks, there's some steel, and there's some wood. Now, the factory's getting there. And off we go to Kamloops, British Columbia. Oh, I'll just collect gold from these things. Alrighty. So, that's where I'm ending this episode. I've upgraded Lance, I've upgraded a load of my cars. I've got a couple of more cars who are duplicates of ones I already had. And I'm on my way to Alaska. As always, I hope you enjoyed, found it interesting, or just want to point and laugh at me. Whichever makes you happy. And hopefully I'll see you down the track for more tiny rails in the near future. Cheerio!